When I was in high school, I wrote a comic. This is it.
I used up all of my teacher's fancy comic paper for this project. I don't think he really minded, but I've always felt kind of bad about it. And here, you can see some of the drafts I had for some of the pages. They're very, very rough, but you know, they get the point across. And most of this was written on paper, but I actually started this comic on the computer digitally, so let's take a look at that. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but this comic is called Into the Sky. It's about a girl named Anna and her uncle Quint who are trying to return a winged boy back to the world from whence he came. And I originally uploaded it onto Smack Jeeves, I think, but that website is no longer there, so. But I do have everything on my computer and on my Google Drive, so we're all good to go. Let's look at the first page. So first panel, 10 years ago, we're at a house with a police car in front of it. We see Anna as a little girl about 12 years old holding a hot drink while sitting on the back of an ambulance. An EMT says, "You gonna be okay, honey?" And she says, "Mm-hmm." And now we have Anna at a psychiatrist's office, I'm assuming, and the doctor is saying physically she's fine. Mentally, though, we'll have to run more tests. Bring her back on Friday. For now, just keep her stable. Nothing traumatic. And she's saying this to Anna's uncle, Quint. And I was obsessed with Supernatural back then, so you can bet your bottom buck that he is based on Jared Padalecki. The doctor then gives Quint a bottle of sleeping pills and says, "Take this, it'll help with the nightmares." Don't trust my medical expertise on this, by the way. I was like 16 years old. Quint and Anna are back home. Quint says, "Okay, so do you want like a bedtime story?" Or Anna says, "Hot chocolate?" Quint says, "Hot chocolate? Okay." Anna says, "Thank you," and Quint says, "Yeah." So now we have Quint preparing a hot chocolate, and as he's doing this, he says, "I can't imagine what she's going through. I wish I could, I don't know, help, but I don't know how." And then he starts putting these sleeping pills, I guess it's some kind of syrup in this case, into the hot chocolate, and he says, "Ugh, my phone is dying. Talk to you later. Bye." And as he's bringing the hot chocolate back to Anna, he hears a clang and the sound of glass being stepped on. He grabs a lamp as a self-defense measure and sneaks towards the room, looks through the door crack, and he drops the lamp in surprise because in the room is a boy with wings. Quint says, what are those?" The winged boy says, "They're wings, you..." And Quint is backing away. "I know, but oh my gosh, you're just a kid." The boy says, "I'm not, I'm 12. Quint says, "Definitely a kid. And you're bleeding." The boy has a cut on his arm. He said, "Yeah, no." Quint says, "Well, I have a first aid." The kid says, "I don't need your help. Just tell me how to..." Ow. "Alright, just take it easy," says Quint. So now we have Anna coming in saying, "Quint, what's that noise?" Quint says, "Anna, go back to sleep." "Who's that?" "Nobody. He's hurt. Anna, please go away." And to the kid, Quint says, "Okay, I'm gonna get the first aid kit." "Fine. Just sit and relax. I'll be right back." And Anna spots the hot chocolate on the counter and takes it, sneaks back into the room with the winged boy while Quint leaves to get the first aid kit. So the boy, he's clearly not having a good time, but Anna arrives with the hot chocolate and says, "Here, it's hot chocolate. It helps." The kid says, "Why would I drink that?" And Anna says, "Because it's yummy and it makes you happier, so take it, or else. Isn't it yours? You need it more. You're sadder." "I'm not sad. Liar. I'm not. R2. But that's okay, because this lady I know taught me how to be not sad." "Thanks, but I don't think it'll help me." "If it works for me, then it'll work for you too." "I don't think that's how it works. I promise. I swear I'll help make everything better." And she's saluting here. Quint comes back with the first aid kit and he says, "Anna, I told you." Anna says, all right. "I'm supposed to keep you calm, you know." "Yeah, you told me. Now good night. Shoo." And the kid is now drinking the hot chocolate. Quint says, "Sorry about that." The kid yawns and says, "It's fine." The bandaging happens and Quint says, "I think we're done." "Oh, thanks. For now at least. I think, just to be sure, we should go to a hospital." And the kid explodes and says, "No hospitals." And all of a sudden he's like, "You know what? I'm really tired all of a sudden. I'm going to sleep." And Quint says, "Okay, but what's wrong with hospitals? What happened?" The kid says, "I don't think you'd believe me." Quint says, "I think I've seen enough for that." The kid says, "Well, but then there's an explosion." And debris is flying and the kid shields Quint with his wing. and these two silhouettes come through the hole in the wall holding guns. And Quint tries to shield the boy. He says, "Whoa, whoa, wait." One of these silhouettes, a hazmat person, says, "Get out of my way. Hand the boy over now." Quint, still shielding the boy, says, "Run." But, if you remember, the kid drank Anna's sleeping pilled hot chocolate, so now he is passed out cold. And Quint says, "Whoa, hey, wake up." And then the hazmat guy hits him in the back of the head and Quint drops over unconscious. Anna, hearing the commotion, comes running over. She sees Quint on the ground. She grabs a baseball bat as the hazmat people are taking the boy away. She runs over and she smacks the gun out of the hazmat guy's hand. And she is vicious. She is drawing blood. But Quint runs over and says, "Anna, stop." And Anna says, "But they're taking him, Quint. He's getting away. Hurry, we have to." But Quint holds her back and says, "Anna, listen, it's too dangerous." "But I'm sorry, Anna. I can't let you do this." And Anna breaks into tears and they hug amidst the wreckage. Hello! So, I did record myself reading the rest of the comic out loud, but it ended up really long and boring and I wasn't having much fun. If you want to read the whole comic, I'll see about uploading it somewhere. But for now, I'll just give you a nice little summary that will most likely be easier to understand than reading the comic itself. 10 years later, the winged boy, whose name is Arcus, Arc for short, breaks out of the research facility he was being kept in and uses his pigeon homing beacon skills to find Anna and Quint again. And yes, the homing beacon part is canon. He explains that he came from an alternate version of Earth called Terra, where people are born with wings, and there is a government-sanctioned purging of so-called sinful attributes: anger, aggression, sadness, etc., etc. Among these bad attributes include everybody's wings, which get cut off during the purging procedure. Everyone is given a choice as to whether they want to undergo this procedure, and Arcus, not wanting to lose his wings, refuses. But this decision lands him in a vicious cycle of peer pressure, and one day he simply had enough and ran away. He doesn't explain how, but he ends up falling through a portal that led him to Earth. And now he just wants to go back home, but having injured his wing in the escape, he needs Anna and Quint's help. Quint is reluctant, worried that Arc will get them into trouble, but Anna remembers the promise she made to help Arc all those years ago and agrees to help him. Also, she gives him some hot chocolate, just like old times. The next day, Anna brings forth a plan. After poking around the research facility's secret files, she has discovered that the facility mainly researches alternate realities and has, in fact, created a machine that can open interdimensional portals. Since the facility is nearby, the three decide to walk there, disguising Arc's wings by joining a Comic-Con parade full of cosplayers. It was here that I discovered the story takes place in 2048. Anyway, they get to the facility and manage to steal the machine. If that sounds grossly glossed over, that's because it is. They manage to activate the machine using Arc's interdimensional energy or something, and the three are sucked into the alternate world of Terra. They land on a guard ship, and Arc reveals that, oops, he could actually fly this whole time despite his injured wing. One of the guards also reveals that Arc is guilty of 2 counts of murder. Anna is stunned by this truth, and the three are captured. End of part 1. Part 2. You can see I tried to challenge myself to drawing higher quality panels. This effort does not last. Anna, Quint, and Arc are in the brig. Anna, understandably, is very angry at Arc for not telling her he could fly this whole time and that he murdered 2 people, but Arc just as angrily explains that he was afraid Anna and Quint wouldn't help him if he revealed he was capable on his own, and the 2 murders were accidents. Arc is clearly overcome by guilt, and Anna tries to comfort him, but this little moment is interrupted when the guards return and inject them all with a mystery liquid. Here we are introduced to Siobhan, the leader of Terra. She was the one who instated the Sin Purging Protocol, saying that it helps keep the world peaceful, and she plans to invade Earth to achieve the same thing there. For this, she needs Arc's help, though it isn't revealed why. Anna and Quint are angered by Siobhan's plan, but the mystery liquid seems to have done something to Arc. He gets the blank-eyed look of a mind-controlled person and agrees to help Siobhan. However, before anything can be done, the ship is suddenly attacked by some unseen projectile, and the rocking of the ships happens to land the keys to the cell right in front of Quint. Quint and Anna manage manage to get the confused but no longer mind-controlled Ark to a balcony, where Ark and Quint manage to fly away, but Anna is captured again. Meanwhile, Siobhan comes to the realization that the mystery mind-control liquid doesn't work on Anna and Quint because they are human. Quint and Ark crash land in a forest and are separated, and Ark is confronted by a skeevy-looking man named Belfast, a notorious criminal who also still has his wings. He was the one who attacked the ship, and he wants Ark's help in killing Siobhan and taking control of the world. Ark refuses. Quint sneaks up behind Belfast and smashes him in the head with a branch, and he and Ark run away. After finding a safe place to hide, Ark and Quint plan to rescue Anna by breaking into the prison. However, while executing their very flimsy plan, they are assaulted by harpoons and Ark ends up dropping Quint, who then gets captured as well. With no one else to turn to, Ark runs back to Belfast and begs for his help. Belfast will agree to help only if Ark helps him kill Siobhan in return, but Ark still refuses. With some sort of mysterious, mind-tapping powers, Belfast brings forth Ark's memories, and we see that after Ark refused to purge his bad attributes, he was relentlessly bullied by not only his friends, but also his parents. And when he is cornered by two men who believe him to be monstrous because of his refusal to lose his wings, they fight over the gun, and this is where the two men are accidentally murdered. Belfast insists that this is the reality under Siobhan, who has always cared more about control than peace, and Tara can no longer go on like this. Siobhan needs to die and be replaced. Finally, Ark agrees. Meanwhile, Siobhan tries to interrogate Quint over where Ark is hiding, and when he refuses to talk, she threatens to drown Anna in a glass box. Although Quint is desperate to save Anna, he really has no answers. Suddenly, Ark, Belfast, and a crew of other winged people, presumably criminals freed from prison, bust in and start turning the beat around. Ark manages to break the glass box Anna is in, but it is too late. Anna is dead. Here we finally learn a few crucial pieces of information. Aside from their wings, the people of Terra are different from the people of Earth in that each of them also has a unique superpower. Belfast has low-level telepathy, and Ark has the ability to open interdimensional portals, something he has neglected to mention up until now because opening a portal requires killing someone and using their life force or something. I'm not really sure. And if you think this is a lot of important information to suddenly be dumping so close to the climax, you'd be right. Look man, I was new to writing. I procrastinated so much that I couldn't work out the whole plot before starting illustrations. You could tell I just threw in any cool ideas whenever I thought of it instead of intricately weaving it into the story. But hey, what can you do when you're a high school student pressed for time? Anyway, Siobhan suddenly passes out, and at the same time Anna wakes up. Suspicious? I think yes. But Ark and Quint are just glad Anna is apparently still alive, and having killed a few guards during the scuffle, Ark is able to use their life force to open a portal to bring Quint and Anna back to Earth. While there, however, Ark is suddenly suspicious of Anna and points a gun at her. He very belatedly reveals that Siobhan has the power to possess people, and now he suspects she has possessed Anna in order to reach Earth. Anna, or Siobhan, admits to this and even reveals that in the act of possession, Anna has been brought back to life. Ark tries to shoot her before she can escape and use the interdimensional machine to bring her goons to Earth, but Quint, not wanting Anna to die again, jumps before the bullet and is fatally shot. Siobhan possesses him instead and escapes. Anna wakes up and sees the portal opening in the distance and begs Ark to help her stop Siobhan and rescue Quint. However, Ark seems to suddenly be in his I hate all of humanity phase and refuses to help on account that the scientists on Earth kept him prisoner for 10 years, and he has no aspirations to save Terra from Siobhan's control since they so relentlessly hated him there. Angered by this, Anna gives him a big speech about helping people and making a difference, and storms off to save Quint on her own. In the end, Ark apologizes and follows after her. When they arrive at the facility, one of Siobhan's guard ships has made it through the portal. While Ark creates a distraction, Anna tries to shut off the machine before more Terran soldiers can come through, but she is thwarted by Siobhan. Ark tackles Siobhan into the sky, and it is revealed that despite her mandate that everyone removes their wings as part of the sin purging protocol, Siobhan still has her wings. The two tangle in the air, and Anna manages to wound Siobhan's wings with a shotgun. Furious, Siobhan sweeps down, intending to impale Anna with the sharp, jagged end of her wing, but Ark dives in at the last second, getting impaled in Anna's place. He pulls Siobhan back into the sky along with the machine and drops them, killing her and destroying the machine. Just as the portal closes, Ark slips through and vanishes. Quint, having been unconscious on the ground this whole time, finally wakes up. Anna is in denial of Ark being gone and tries to start the machine again, but it just explodes, completely broken. Anna cries into Quint's arms, saying she failed Ark and wondering what she's supposed to do now, and Quint comforts her and says now she has to let go and move on without him. Sometime later, Anna arrives at a coffee shop where the barista asks if she wants her usual order, which is hot chocolate. After thinking for a second, she decides to get a coffee. So that's the story. Even reading out the summary felt very long and tedious, but hey, now you guys get to see this comic I wrote in high school. I'll refrain from calling it bad and cringy because I think that's unproductive. I'll just say I definitely tried, and with a few drafts, this might have ended up being pretty fun. But given that I only had one semester to write and draw this, it is still very much in its rough first draft form, and I definitely had a lot of interesting ideas that I couldn't properly incorporate. I don't really remember how I came up with this story, by the way. All I remember is that I was also obsessed with Castle back then, and Anna was almost 100% based on Molly Quinn. So anyway, like I said, I'll see if I can get this comic uploaded somewhere just in case you wanted to read it for some reason. And that's the video. My throat really hurts from all the reading out loud, and I'm gonna go drink some hot water now. Bye bye.